Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another live stream of Virtual Flight Diaries. So, unfortunately, for some reason, I'm having a very frustrating flight simulator time. I know the Piston Duke had won the survey, but unfortunately, for some reason, it's not showing up in my sim, even though it's saying it's installed. I tried reinstalling it, and it's still not showing up. So we are here with the Turbine Duke, which apparently is working in the sim. So I have to switch it. So we'll have to circle back to the Piston Duke. But we're here. The Black Square Dukes do work. I was flying the Piston all day yesterday. But we're going to take the Turbine up to short flight, about an hour, up to Nantucket. I do enjoy this route. I've done it a couple times on the sim, and it's fun. Also, another thing is that my V-Pilot isn't working, so we're going to be on Say Intentions for ATC. And hopefully the stream stays stable as well, because I'm having problems with that too. So this is going to be an interesting stream. All right, so let's hop on board. Let's get fired up. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's a little chilly, so we got the engine warmers pumping some hot air into the engines, warming them up. I'm sorry if you hear me sniffling. I do have a cold. I was actually fighting a fever past couple days, but I am feeling better to stream. My voice might be a little off, so I do apologize for anything, especially if I cough or sneeze and I can't get to the mute button fast enough. Alright, so we'll close the baggage door, and we will close cabin door. Let's get everybody on board. It'll take about that's good, maybe 160 pounds of cargo. Let's get some fuel on board. About 180 gallons. That's plenty. Oh yeah, definitely plenty. Alright, so kill the engine heater. Keep the external power on while we set up our flight plan. So we're going from Trenton, Mercer over to Nantucket. So we got a direct to Yardley.
The 518 Papa Delta requesting clearance IFR Reading.
And then from Yardley, we're going to take the T438, exiting at
518 Papa Delta requesting clearance to Reading.
MANTA. Then from MANTA, we're going to take the T320 airway. To ORCHA. And then from ORCHA, we're going to go direct SEY. What is that? That is, yep, Sandy Point. And then from Sandy Point, we're going to take the T216 airway. To the Nantucket VOR, and then we're going to go from there. Then we're going to set up for the ILS-24 approach into Nantucket. Probably going to get vectors, but we'll just set up for that. And we'll load the approach. All right, flight plan is in. Let's store that. Okay. That's stored. And it will... Actually, you know what? I don't think it's going to hurt it. Yeah. Alright, I've been having issues with my KTTN-KACK bugging out. So you're not supposed to do this, but we're going to leave it running for startup. Alright, so let's get our ATIS.
Ben 53 Zulu. Wind 240 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, solid overcast at 12,000 feet. Temperature -2. Dew point -12. Altimeter 3032. Density altitude -2100 feet. Arriving and departing runways 24, 16 advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Tango.
Alright, we have Tango. Trenton clearance, Duke 676 Juliet Mike with Tango. Request our IFR to Nantucket.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, cleared to Nantucket. Radar vectors Yardley, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 25010 minutes after departure. Departure on 123.8 squawk 4746.
Clear to Nantucket, radar vectors Yardley, then as filed. Climb maintain 4000. Expect flight level 25010 minutes after departure. Departure on 123.8 squawk 4746. Duke 676 Juliet Mike.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, read back correct.
Yeah, I'm getting a little frame rate issue or something with the GT index. So it works. There's just a little bit, and I don't know if that's the reason I'm getting this is because of Black Square or what. Because it's not supported. It's a drag and drop from 2020's folder. Alright, so we'll turn that on. We're actually going to put that on standby because we're cooking that guy out there with our radar. Alright, so let us get fired up and get out of here. Alright, ignition on. Fuel pump on. Starter on. Alright, fuel coming in. Monitoring the startup for hang starts or hot starts. That's good. There, we're above 50, so ignition can come off. Starter could come off, and the fuel pumps could come off. We'll wait for that to stabilize, and then we'll get the generator on. Disconnect external power. Turn on engine 1. Ignition on. Fuel pump on. Starter on. And reset it anyway.
Sky Auto number 172 Delta IFR to Atlantic City with information. Yankee. Radar vector crest 10 filed. Climb maintain 3000. Departure 123.8. Squawk 5218. Sky altitude Delta.
Alright, fuel coming in. Engine 1.
Sky altitude Delta. Could you
Monitor for hot start, hang start. Off, generator or starter off, and fuel pump can come off. Once that's stabilized, generator on. So these reset for some reason.
TOS system test okay.
It's a good thing I saved that flight plan, right? Alright, so let's reload. Alright. Now we should have had these on. Okay, so we're clear. We got our clearance. Got thing. It's time to taxi on out of here. Let's put the heat on for a minute because it's cold outside. Let everything warm up. Pull these. We'll heat the cabin up real quick. Alright, we'll get everybody comfortable in a second. Departure on 132.8. Let's get that in there. Oh, that's in there already. Alright. Just gonna heat the cabin up and then we're gonna get going.
Skyhawk Trenton Mercer ground, cleared out of the Trenton Class Delta airspace to the south, maintain VFR at or below 2,500 departure frequency, 123.8 squawk 4175. Advise when ready to taxi.
There you go, that's comfortable.
Cleared out of Trenton Class Delta to the south, maintain VFR at or below.
Yeah, so these open up a gate that draws hot air directly from the engine, so it's like full blast heater. Alright, put that on auto for our taxi. And we want 4,000 feet. Heading at 240. Trenton ground, Duke 676 Juliet Mike with Tango, request taxi.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, taxi to runway 24 via Hotel Bravo.
Taxi runway 24 via Hotel Bravo, Duke 6 Juliet Mike. All right. We are ready to go. Park and brake off. Let's get some power in here. And my control bindings have reset. Jeez, this is acting weird today. I have to turn that feature off and only have it for on request, I think. All right, we're clear of them. We turn the radar on. Everything's acting weird today, and I don't know why. Plus, for some reason, all my deluxe aircraft are disabled. So I don't have any, like the Longitude or the Titan or the Beechcraft airplanes.
With Oscar would like IFR clearance to Pocono Mountains. 1 second while I grab the paperwork.
So like I said, it's a little frustrating today.
Maintained 4,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes ahead to departure. Departure on 119.2, squawk 1423. Vision Jet 01 Echo, read back correct.
Alright, we'll put our parking brake on for a second. Alright, I'm going to turn the sim down for me because it's a little loud. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Alright, so strobes can come on. I'm going to leave the beacon or the recog off. Actually, you know what? We'll turn that on. It's kind of cloudy out. And we'll switch over to tower. Trenton Tower, Duke 676, Juliet Mike, holding short of runway 24, ready for departure.
Duke 676, Juliet Mike, Trenton Tower, runway 24, winds 240 at 11, fly heading 240, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, fly runway heading Duke 6, Juliet Mike. Alright, so strobes are on, landing lights are on, gauges are in the green. Let's go. Flaps are not required for takeoff. Get a good line up here. It's not very responsive. Power up. The props on the governor. Rotation, positive rate, you're up. This thing is a rocket. Oh no.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, contact departure.
Contact departure 6 Juliet Mike.
Skyhawk 4 November Alpha. Refer to your charts for navigation.
Departure Duke 676 Juliet Mike. Climbing through 2,300 for 4,000.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, McGuire departure, radar contact. Turn right heading 285 vectors to Yardley, then own navigation, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Philadelphia departure, Skyhawk 162 Whiskey Mike, 2 miles to the...
Turn right heading 285 vectors to Yardley, then own navigation, climb and maintain flight level 200. 6 Juliet Mike.
Skyhawk 162 Whiskey Mike, Philadelphia approach. Good evening, Doylestown, altimeter 29.903.
Yeah, got a little ahead of me. Alright, let's get the autopilot on. Nope, I don't have the autopilot trim on. .55.
30.55 Bonanza 78 Alpha.
200. And then we're going to go no navigation, so we'll go direct. This thing just doesn't want to work for me, man. Set.
903, Skyhawk 162, Whiskey Mike.
Alright, we're climbing out. Looking good. Alright, these can come off. And
Duke
we
676 Juliet Mike, McGuire departure, climb and maintain flight level 250.
missions on auto for the climb out.
Philadelphia approach, Skyhawk 162, Whiskey Mike.
Climb maintain flight level 250 for 6 Juliet Mike. Yeah, go up 250.
Like to take the ILS landing for runway 24 at Northeast Philly by the Flint's initial approach fix.
Skyhawk 62 Whiskey Mike, cleared ILS.
So we're clear to the flight level, so we're just gonna put standard in the barrel.
Skyhawk 62 Whiskey Mike, contact New York Center on 134.6.
4.6, Skyhawk 162, Whiskey Mike.
Here we go. Look at that cloud deck. That is wild. He says solid overcast. They weren't lying.
Skyhawk, November 172 Delta Bravo, Philadelphia approach. Altitude restrictions canceled.
Traffic about 11 o'clock. Try to get their altitude and head in. Please, Skyhawk 172 Delta Bravo.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, contact New York Center on 133.5.
We're on 133.5 for 6 Juliet Mike. Wow, it's delayed. New York Center, Duke 676 Juliet Mike, climbing through 12,500. Flight level 250.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, New York Center, good afternoon, Trenton altimeter 30.30.
Yeah, thanks, I don't need it. But, good to know. Yeah, so we'll climb up above this, ooh, get some icing. So the window heat's on. Pitot heat could come on. It's a power fade out, so we're gonna bump up the throttles. We need the prop heat. And we don't need to de-ice yet. Nothing's building. Staying nice and toasty in here. We got breakouts. Just look at that climbing. That's so cool. So cool. Wow. So this is actually my registration's showing up. When did that happen? And I didn't even plug it in. How did that happen? That is is wild. Like I said, I don't know. They're doing some funky things in the background. I think it's messing some things up. I'm gonna have to play around. Hopefully, if we get the Piston Duke in, maybe I'll do another stream with the Piston Duke. Probably not today. I got a family dinner to go to, so
Never mind.
we're cooking a
Adam 9
prime rib.
New York Center, go ahead.
Descend via Brand 1 for the ILS runway 4R approach in New York.
Hopefully the stream looks good. So I've been experimenting with streaming in 2K, and it's screwed my OBS up. I don't. User error, of course. That's why we lost the thing. I didn't have the battery on. Oh man, am I messing up today? I'm gonna blame it on the fact that I'm, just a little under the weather. So as you climb up, you start having power setting fade outs as the air thins out. So you just have to keep bumping up your throttles because climb power is 1100 on the. Let's try to synchronize these props. Close enough for government work. Let me just bring that. Climbing just a little too steep. I don't want to get that. I want to get that under. So it's
270 American 1514.
Got closer to 1,000 feet per
American
minute.
1514, contact Washington Center on
Up in those
121.025.
critical altitudes.
Contacting Washington Center on 121 decibel 025 American 1514.
So we got a tailwind. We're going to be whipping out there. Got a 100 knot tailwind. Yeah, so I don't know what they did in the simulator or anything, because Black Square didn't update this. And if you guys remember, I did a video of the Turbine Duke in the simulator, and things were all screwed up, but for some reason they're all working now. Let's knock on wood. How's it to go? There is the Jersey coast.
Washington Center, KLM 271, back to request factor of 150. Descendant dictate factor of 150, KLM 271. Call 271, contact Washington Center on 121.025. 121.025.
Must be Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights. This is the short point there, and there's Sandy Hook. Did a lot of fluke fishing off that beach. Right here. When I was a kid. That was fun. So you would drive out to about here, and that's where the parking lot would be, and then you would have to walk all the way out to the edge of the point. And big fish right here.
Delta 2421 passing flight level 250.
Delta 2421, New York Center, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Flight level 400, Delta 2421.
So I always want to tote it that this is the best general aviation airplane in the sim, the both Black Square, Piston, and Turbine Duke. It's like Phoenix level for general aviation. So everything seems to be working, even though I'm getting an error. I don't know. Did test stuff. I did do a test stream. Today just wants to be a frustrating day with things. But we are in the Turbine Duke in 2024, and as you guys can see, she is flying beautifully. Why? But I get a master caution. Look at that. Almost 400 knots across the ground. That is sweet. We are cooking. Still don't know why I got a master caution. It's not showing up anywhere. Let's just look. Can't ignore stuff like that. Not in this plane.
Delta 2421, just informing you that about 110 minutes ago we had an aircraft report light to moderate chop at flight level 280.
Cool. Did I just get a PIREP? That's really cool. I know Say Intentions has been doing some behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, just chilling out. This would be like if you were a passenger. So I got my views all working. I'd love to own one of these. Maybe if I was rich. Let's get that GoPro look. Yeah. Gotta have the GoPro. So we should turn it up. I'm gonna be so my flight plan has taken me pretty far south of New York's airspace. New York City's JFK stay out of their mess. If you don't have to go near New York City, I don't recommend you do it. Of course, I'm in say intentions. I mean, I did plan this flight for Vatsim. And I'm also flying the route that I was supposed to be taking with the Piston Duke, so. And we got cold. We got cold fast. Let's pop these out. Get some max. I still want to know what that master caution was. I know circuit breakers popped. Cabin altitudes looks good. It's about 10,000 feet. Voltage looks good. Looks like we slowed down a bit. Kind of going crosswind on that. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that track. Cooler for going across the ground. You can see. But this is our direction flight. Cool. So this is our direction flight, but our nose. Like that. To get some track of that. Wait, coming this way. Still working on some more DC-3 stuff. You guys tuned into the Northwest Territory Canadian flight DC-3. I said that I wanted to do Ernest Gann's AM-21 route from Newark to Cleveland in the DC-3. So I'm waiting for a good American livery because I just don't want to do it in anything other than the American livery because that was that airline's route. But good news is I found my E6B flight computer. So if you remember, we were flying that route. We were having problems staying on track because I couldn't calculate the track heading and the wind correction heading. But now that I found my E6, we could do all that now. So that'll be fun. We'll play around with this. I have to reacquaint myself with how to use it because it's been probably 20 years. But we can get more, we'll do a more accurate flight, reminiscent of the time. But I really think that'll be fun. We're going to do, it's going to be a long stream. But we're going to fly the whole route in one day. Just like they would. With stops and shutdowns. And I'm going to kind of replay the whole scene. From Fate is the Hunter. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be about a 6-hour stream to fly from Newark to Cleveland in DC-3. with stops. But I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So, if you're watching the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get some likes in here for the Black Square. I think it's the Black Square Turbine Duke, Microsoft 2024. And if you guys have these and you have the sim, drop it in. Check it out. It works great. Look at that. I mean, it just looks better, I think, even in this sim.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, New York Center. Prepare to descend in roughly 15 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Prepare to descend in 15 minutes. 676 Juliet Mike.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, roger. Prepare to descend in 15 minutes.
Set in 15 minutes. Duke 6 Juliet Mike.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, negative. You are prepared to descend in 15 minutes, not 45 minutes.
Roger, 6 Juliet Mike. Misunderstood me with my cold. It looks better. It actually flies better in this simulator. It flies so nice. It flies so easy. I could have hand flown this thing all the way here. You see that I can't find any good references to fixing textures. It says an American livery for the DC-3, but it's for 2020 and it doesn't want to work in 2024. You're supposed to convert the files, and I can't get it to work. This channel needs a texture guru.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, contact Boston Center on 124.525.
Contact Boston Center 124.525. Duke 6 Juliet Mike. Boston Center, Duke 676 Juliet Mike, flight level 250.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, Boston Center, good afternoon.
Long Island. So now that there's land, you get a better idea of how much of a wind correction track we're on. So that is our direction of flight. So almost going sideways. Should have clear weather for our approach into Nantucket.
West 10 degrees, left turn, Tango Bravo. On center, TBM 851 Tango Bravo, west 10 degrees, left weather. Left heading 349,
So we'll get up here and then we'll start our flight track. Starts to take us out.
JetBlue 1415, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Nantucket then. Came out over the ocean, avoiding the New York mess.
380, JetBlue 1415.
Alright, so we got about 20 minutes left. And we are looking good. Things are looking pretty and beautiful. All that happy stuff. So I did grab the some scenery for Nantucket. It supposedly works in 2024. I didn't fly in there, but I did load in there. It does. It looks really nice. And also the Trenton Mercer scenery was, I got it off of Any Builds. It's a payware. It's the new one that was released by, I think it's Crosswind. Is that right? That up, it works in the sim. It's really nice to start having some scenery, because you know we all know Asobo is not very good at default stuff, and well, you know, we get some third party. When third party stuff starts working in the sim, that's when the sim starts coming around. And you know, Asobo, and I get it, it's a lot to want to, you know, handcraft each airport. There's 40,000 some airports in the sim, so I get why Asobo just programs just the default sceneries, using the AI generator to generate the airport runways and taxiways. It's all programmed. They know when they design this stuff that third-party guys and mods and everything else are going to start pumping into the sim. They rely on that, and they've always, you know what? And Microsoft Flight Simulator, through its entire history, has done that model. But once the third parties start coming in, it starts to make the sim better. And the sim is improving. I just don't understand the current quirks, which makes it a little frustrating. Like, why? What happened between today and yesterday that my Piston Duke is not showing up in the sim? Why all of a sudden have my airplanes
Delta 865, descend and maintain 13,000. 1,000, Delta 865. Delta 865, descend and maintain 1,000. 1,000, Delta 865.
Beautiful day center, smooth. Yeah, 'cause the other day when I did the test sector for this flight, in the street, it was turbulent. The plane was bouncing all over the place. Oh, nice. I love how. I just love how realistic things have come along this way. It's just 2020 set the benchmark in my book for flight sim realism.
660 Yankee is only 3 arrival for ILS 24.
And
descending
you know,
to 11,000
it wasn't perfect, but I have
Turbine Duke
really,
6060 Yankee Boston Center. Good afternoon.
I have a really good feeling about this sim coming around for the future. And I can only compare it to other Microsoft flight simulators. I unfortunately never got into X-Plane, and I know there's a very strong following with X-Plane. But as far as Microsoft flight simulators go, this is shaping up to be the best one yet. Yeah, because here's another thing too. What happened? So, when I did my video back in November of the Duke, the Turbine Duke in the simulator, the textures were all screwed up, the gauges were all screwed up. They must have done some kind of server-side patch that fixed some things. And this is blowing my mind, because I have not had... why my registration is showing up on the plane. And where did it get that? I didn't even plug that into the thing, so... I mean, this is not a complaint. This is cool. This is the way it's supposed to be. But we all know there's been a bug where the dynamic registrations have been flopped around because of the career mode.
JetBlue 1415. Contact New York Center on 118.9 or 75.
Here's Block Island. I've been there. Canted. There's our flight track. It's actually really cool at how flying mimics boating in so many ways. The way you move through the air, similar to the way a boat moves on water.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, Boston Center. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend and maintain 17,000, altimeter 30.27.
Descend and maintain 17,000. Duke 6 Juliet Mike. So we'll start down slow. Back a little more. We don't want to overspeed. good. And that should be Martha's Vineyard. Nantucket soon. Looking good for landing. To the ILS in.
Could you take the comms now?
Southwest 2869, descend and maintain 2000. Altimeter 30.71.
Yeah, start preparing for the
altimeter 3071, Southwest 28
stuff, so we'll get the landing rate monitor up. Is it ready? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, that's working. And I'll get the flight recorder up. Have that ready to go. Traffic, huh? Yeah. Supposedly there is a plane 100 feet below us. 100 feet above us. So we're coming up on Martha's Vineyard, and it should have us descend a little lower. That was 17,000. But all that's looking good. Okay, let's hit the barrow.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, descend and maintain 7000.
Descend and maintain 7000. Duke 6 Juliet Mike. Alright, cleared down to 7000. Just going to double check that barrow with a quick set of our barometric pressure. Forgot to readjust that, or send it down. It's a little too much. Let's go down to auto heat, let that cool off. Cabin is sweltering. Turned it into a sauna. It's good old Martha's Vineyard. Here's our
November 45 Charlie Boston Center. Roger.
there's our destination,
November 45
Nantucket
Charlie
Island.
Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 310. Center, would it be possible to stay lower?
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, contact Boston approach on 126.1.
Over to Boston approach, 126.1, Duke 6 Juliet Mike. Boston approach, Duke 676 Juliet Mike, leaving 15,000, descending 7,000.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, Boston approach. Good afternoon, Nantucket altimeter 30.24. Expect the RNAV runway 24 approach into Nantucket.
We'll expect the RNAV runway 24 into Nantucket at the altimeter 3024. Duke 6 Juliet Mike. Okay, so they want us to do the RNAV, not the ILS. So let's fix that up. That's fine, we can do that. Yeah, we'll activate that approach. So we're heading that way anyway. So just to remind you guys, that blue circle tells us our distance. If our engines quit, then we have a glide distance, and it's based on wind direction. So if our engines quit right now, we can almost make our destination. But it looks like Martha's Vineyard would be a better bet. Alright, so just gonna get these on ahead of time. There's a safety switch on there that when the landing lights are in the wheel well, the lights shut off. So if you turn them on, it'll energize when the gear drops, just so you don't have to worry about that.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, turn left heading 040.
Left 040 Duke 676 Juliet Mike.
Over to 133.45, Mercer Delta 1.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, turn left heading 040 vectors for the RNAV runway 24 approach.
Left 040 vectors RNAV runway 24 approach 6 Juliet Mike. Okay, guys. Looks like Say Intentions crashed. I don't know if it's working. Boston approach, Duke 676 Juliet Mike, radio check.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, say again, please.
676 Juliet Mike, radio check. Boston approach, 676 Juliet Mike.
Juliet Mike, Boston approach, radar contact.
Boston approach, 676 Juliet Mike. Request radio check.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, loud and clear.
Alright, so we're back. Hopefully. Alright, so the RNAV. We'll look at that chart real quick. Alright, so we're going to have to get down to 2,000 feet. And we are overspeeding because I'm not paying attention.
Juliet Mike, turn right, heading 070.
Turn right 67 or 70. I don't know what that was. That was not a good radio call. Alright, so it's bringing us onto the north side of the island. Kind of a downwind leg to the intercept. Speed's looking good. We're clear. There's no weather. All right.
Vertical track.
Back here, 824, descending to 8,700 for 1,600.
All right, you gonna just send me down to 2,000? What are we doing here?
Air 824, Providence departure, good afternoon. Nantucket altimeter 30.24.
Boston approach, Duke 676 Juliet Mike. Request descent to 2000.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, descend and maintain 2000.
It's a pretty quick descent.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, turn right, heading 085.
Right 085, 6 Juliet Mike.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, heading 085, acknowledge.
Alright, looks like they're going to start bringing us in. So let's get our course setting in. What is our course setting? 241.
Juliet Mike, turn right, heading 125.
Turn right, heading 125. 6 Juliet Mike. Good. So, ignition's to auto.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, 7 miles from Obu Bay. Turn right, heading 195, descend and maintain 2000 until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 24 approach.
Right, heading 195, descend and maintain 2000 until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 24 approach. 6 Juliet Mike. Direct to Ububi. Line up on that approach. So we're at 2000. little chop.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, contact Nantucket Tower on 118.3.
Over to Nantucket Tower, 118.3, 6 Juliet Mike. Nantucket Tower, Duke 676 Juliet Mike on the RNAV runway 24 approach.
Duke 676 Juliet Mike, Nantucket Tower, roger. Continue our nav approach for runway 24.
Continue approach for 6 Juliet Mike. Okay. Why is it bringing us around? No, no, no. No, it's got us locked in the hold. That kind of ruined the approach. Let's see here. What do I need to be at waves? 1600. So we're going to descend down to 1600 so we can intercept the approach. Now we're off track. That was my fault. I didn't set it up right. I kept the hold in. Alright, we'll go into approach mode.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, wind 250 at 12. Runway 24 cleared to land.
Runway 24 cleared to land, 6 Juliet Mike. So I dropped it down just a little bit so that when we intercept wavies, it'll come just under the glide slope and we can do a bottom intercept. A little bouncy coming in. Alright, get the first stage of flaps out. And we'll drop our gear. Our runway right out in front of us. Perfect. Power back. Blow the white arc. Full flaps. Slow us down to 100 knots for the approach. Alright, runway's in sight. Disconnect the autopilot and fly this puppy in. Bit of a crosswind. Power in there. A little high, let's drop it down.
Five hundred.
500 check. There we go. Runway's made. Power back over the numbers. Welcome to Nantucket. That felt real smooth. Real smooth.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, welcome to Nantucket. Contact ground on 132.5.
That's a very excited controller.
7440 Papa, clear to BWI.
Over to ground 132.5 for 6 Juliet Mike.
Piper 4 Sierra Papa, read that correct. Piper 4 Sierra Papa, welcome to Nantucket. Contact ground on 132.5.
132.5 for Sierra Papa.
Right. Stop the recording. Nantucket ground, Duke 676 Juliet Mike. Request taxi to the ramp.
Duke 6 Juliet Mike, taxi to General Aviation Parking via Charlie Foxtrot. Have a great day.
General Aviation Parking, Charlie Foxtrot, 676 Juliet Mike. Einhertz, hi. I could just copy to 24 community, or do I use add-on linker? Or do I need some trick? Nope. It's just a drag and drop. I mean, you could always use add-on linker if you wanted to remove it, you know, from your community folder, but you don't have to. It is just as simple as pulling it from your 2020 community folder and dropping it into your 2024. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, welcome to the stream as well. And straight in up over here. Parking brake on. So let's see what our landing looked like. 55. 1G. That is butter. We greased that on. Alright, let me kill say intentions. And let's check out the replay.
Valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
One that down. That looks like a good one. And resume replay. Let's check out that butter of a landing, guys. Not going to brag, but you know, I got a lot of hours in this plane. Look at that. Bang on center line. Wow. Just kissed it in there. I think that was one of my best landings in this thing. Alright guys, so that's going to be the stream. I want to thank everyone that was watching, that joined me for this flight. It was a lot of fun to show you guys the black square Turbine Duke. Piston Duke is the same as it is just as good as the Turbine Duke. Everything works. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be the flight today was supposed to be the Piston Duke, but and I don't know why, but for some reason it's not showing up in my sim, even though I've been flying it around, you know, all day yesterday. So I have to figure out why it just disappeared. But there's some other crazy quirks going on with the simulator for me right now. I've some of the default planes are not showing up either, so I have to go through and figure things out. But it was supposed to be the Piston today. Both the Turbine and the Piston Duke work perfectly the same. You're quite welcome. Alright, so like I said, this is gonna be the stream. Thank you guys for watching. It's a lot of fun doing this stuff for you guys, and I'm gonna do some more stuff. So I'm gonna try to get the Piston Duke working, and maybe we'll do a stream tomorrow with it, just to show you guys that. I had a lot of fun showing you this. And it's actually great to see that these planes are working in the simulator, because now the simulator is doing something. Becoming good. All right, and yeah, on to the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John. And see you.